Hey guys, how's it going? All right, this is a review slash competitive League of Legends 101 video for you guys. Someone told me that players have really short attention spans, so instead of putting like Subway Surfers on the side of the screen, I'll just try and keep it as short as possible and only cover the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game. But knowing me, it'll still probably go for like 20, 25 minutes, whatever. Okay, so we're blue side this game, and our comp's a bit weird this game, right? We have bad level 1 bot matchup, so we lose prio early. It's Darius, so even though we have Ignite, we also find it hard to contest level 1. And our top lane, because they have Ignite, is put in a precarious situation because this is a game to see if Skarner's going to level 3 our top lane and kill him. If we match the level 3 gank from Skarner, or if we get there first because Skarner tries to 4, 5, or 6 camp and gank top lane, if we match or beat him, I think we win the game. I don't like games like this, but in scenarios where we have an Ignite top laner, I like early vision just to protect that top laner. Renekton, you have a ward. You feel free to use it, please. But this kind of dictates how we're going to play our early game as Viego. And the goal for the first round. So we're going to use the word round a lot. But when we say round, I want you guys to think of something like Valorant or CSGO, right? But instead of, all right, this round we're going to hit a bomb site, it's this round we're going to accomplish a certain objective. So first objective on the map, first round of the game is usually jungle, full clears, scuttle crab, maybe double scuttle crab, ganks, and then resets. And that's round number 1, right? The you could add in an addendum here and say that plus cover a potential top play, and that'll be the end of round 1. So round 2 then comes the fun part of the game where it's what objective are we playing for? Everyone's on their resets, mid laners, top laners hitting level 6, and we have to decide, are we playing for dragon or grubs? All right. So this is going to be a little bit more in depth later, but first we got to talk about our comp just a little bit more. So because we have some suboptimal early matchups, and we have to find a different way to take fights. We lack some reliable engage here. Like, I'm not saying we can't engage. We definitely have like Renekton double E flash W, or Viego finding a flank on Syndra, or maybe Varus hitting a miracle arrow, or potentially Alistar flash pulverizing something. But they've got a really beefy front line and a lot of disengage with like Skarner or Syndra, and very mobile like carry threats with Kai'Sa with cleanse. So when I see a team comp like ours, it's not impossible to play, but we do have to tweak how we want to play our comp if we want to find some success here. And adjusting how you play based on your comp is a big problem for a lot of players. So when we have a comp like this, we have to find a way to make the enemy fight us. And how do we do that? We need to catch waves as high as we possibly can, take good resets. This sometimes might mean sacking a wave, sacking a plate, sacking a jungle camp. And then we need to be on the map first so we can set up on the objective. What this will do is it will force the enemy to have to fight into us if they want to contest, because if they get first set up and we have to try and take space into Syndra, into Skarner, into like Rel with a choke point, into Darius, it's still probably doable because you guys are very good players, but it's harder. And why make the game harder? Why not just adapt to what your comp is strong at? Because we have our strengths. We have very good pick. We have good poke. Let's just play with our strengths, right, guys? Okay. Okay, so we talked about rounds a little bit, and how every round has a goal, but now we also have to talk just a little bit about turns. So, for example, in the first round, we talked that it's jungle, full clearing, scuttle crab, maybe gank or cover a gank. In this case, it's cover a gank top lane, and then we reset. But for our second plan, I think we decided, or because you decided that you wanted to play for grubs this game. Totally makes sense to me, right? You have Renekton with Ignite, super aggressive. We can take some towers later. It's chilling. I'm okay with that. So now, once we have our plan for the round, we now have to find a way to relate every turn we get to the success of that round. Okay, so what does that look like? If we need grubs, then when mid has a turn, mid's usually going to want to take that turn when grubs are up. That'll look like pushing mid, and then rotating, maybe warding or something, and then shifting over to grubs. Maybe that'll look like bot lane pushes a wave earlier, so Alistar can reset and move. That's going to be Alistar's turn. He's going to use it moving up to grubs. Renekton is going to get push, maybe vision as well, potentially cover grubs. So all the plays that we're making in our individual lanes are going to coincide with the success of the round. If they are not, you either need a really fucking good reason for that, or you're trolling. Or you're not needed, right? So maybe like we don't need Varus here for this. Maybe because he can just wave clear, it's chill, like we don't need his damage. We're very damage heavy top side, so maybe we don't need Varus. But if you're needed for the success of the round, then you need to have your turn relate to that round's outcome. Okay. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Here they're getting pushed. They got push. What's new? We kind of knew this was going to happen. Darius gets a ward in, crashes on 3. And here we are in Skarner. Instead of ganking earlier or tower diving, Renekton is level 2 and Darius is level 3. Ends up getting nothing done. Beautiful play. Double scuttle. Boom, boom, boom. We trade kills, which is honestly as good as you can hope for. Farms Gromp. Bot lane's pushing. Look at this. Beautiful, right? So, what have we accomplished? This is round 1. We've let the waves come into us. Then we've slow push waves out. We went traded kills top lane, just clearing minions mid lane. And then we cleared 2 full quadrants of our jungle, some of Skarner's jungle, double scuttle crab, protected top lane from a dive, potentially. And now we're going to go continue our round and continue to clear our camps. There's a small problem with this, meaning because Skarner did what he wanted to do for his round, he's already ended his round, which means he is going to be stronger on the map than we are. And that's okay. So we make the decision here. We're going to drop our Krugs, move over topside to cover our camps here. Renekton gets a turn. We said we were playing for Grubs, so we get vision topside. Beautiful. I'm very happy with this. That's a great example of how you can use your turn to positively influence the outcome of a round. I like that. First problem of the game comes here. So here we are. Uh-oh, we see Skarner. We see Skarner here. We ping Skarner here. Hui either disrespects or doesn't hear or is just greedy. And is level 6, has tempo on Syndra, because if we go back, like, look at this. We get push. We get first reset. It's not a ton of tempo. It's like 9 or 10 seconds, though. So we're first on the map. Skarner comes mid. And remember, Hui needs to be able to get mid push and shift over if we want to safely take Grubs at 6 minutes. By Hui greeting flash here, it makes it infinitely harder for the team to find success. This is one of those things where I would flame the shit out of my team and say, dude, I don't care if you have to burn flash here, because you take a small sacrifice of having to burn flash here. We cover for you next time with better vision, so you can play without flash in this lane. But now we as an entire team can play what we want to do on the map. This is just some greedy solo queue bullshit where you greeted for the canyon wave, you saved your flash, but then you flashed anyways and died. Okay. So that's fine. We see them. Skarner looks like he's fogging bot, but then he pushes the wave and he fogs up. We get a great kill on Darius. This information should be calmed. We should still be able to contest Grubs. So what I'm thinking is, from this position, how do we contest Grubs? And this comes another key component of competitive play. It's calming what wave we are making this play on. And in my mind, it can't be this wave because there's no fucking wave here. So it has to be on this wave. And this is also because Hui and Alistar are coming off of base right now. So if we want to contest this, we just saw their whole team fog up. We killed the Darius. All we got to do is just chill out, man. Just chill out just a little bit. Hui's going to catch the wave, level 6, and we can fight this every single time because, once again, just like Valorant, just like CSGO, the name of the game is numbers advantage. If we have numbers advantage, we win. Darius is in hell right now. He's dead. He does not have TP, so we have jungle and top lane, and then we have Hui with better conditions than Syndra, right? Because Syndra used ult to kill Hui, so we should be able to contest this with Hui having ult in a choke point. And Alistar is here as well, fresh off of base, looking good. Full build Alistar, aka Ruby Crystal, true. We just got a little bit greedy, moved a little bit too fast, and because of that, we aren't able to actually take the Grubs that we built the entire team plan around. That was our goal here. We said we're going to play for Grubs, we make the play top lane, mid dies because he's greedy, then jungle moves in too quick before mid and support can come back to lane, and now all of a sudden, our entire game plan is toast. This is potentially game losing, but the enemy team decides that they want to throw the game back at us. So we go, burn some rel sums, get some good conditions here. Push, 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 push. Wonderful. So in that time, because Viego dies, he gets forced to reset. Love that. Love a little force reset. We reopen the map at 7 minutes, and we're ready to play for Dragon because Varus is online, aka he's got Recurve Bow Vamp Scepter. He's also full build, just like Alistar here with Ruby Crystal. So we got great vision here. Hui is keeping Syndra in lane because neither of them have TP. This is great. We look for a dive bot lane. Good look. Totally fine here, right? Now the play is, for this round, it was originally Grubs, but then we transitioned the play. Okay, this round, we're going to be playing for Dragon. So, we get the Dragon. We get plating bot lane. And now it's time to end the round. Right? That's our goal for this round. So now we should end the round, push waves in, chill out, find a way to safely transition to the next play. And here we go. Beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. Because Hui is now fresh on the map, right? Hui reset. Alistar and Varus are going to reset. They're fresh on the map. Renekton, not so fresh, 1,000 gold. Viego, not so fresh, 1,000 gold. But it's fine. You know, not the end of the world. We still have a lot of time before the next objective. The important thing to remember here is if we go back in time. So the play on the map we've decided is bot lane. We just saw Skarner do Grubs. Renekton, you are weak side right now. This wave is coming into you, and maybe your thought process is, I need to walk up and try and trim the wave, because if he crashes this whole thing, I'm going to potentially die. Unfortunately, this is a repercussion of our misplay earlier on that first Grubs fight. And it sucks because it wasn't technically your misplay. It was because walked down, died, and now you kind of have to, you know, fuck your recall timing a little bit. And now you don't get a bailout because we weren't able to play for Grubs. We had to sack the entire top part of the map. So the problem here is a lot of players like to double down. But we know Skarner just took Grubs. We just got the notifications. Grubs have been slain. So you have an option here. It's not a great option. The option is you just sit in Fog of War in this brush, because this wave is 1 trillion bajillion % pushing into you. You got to chill out, and the wave will come in, and you just got to hope to God that Skarner doesn't sit in this brush just in case you're there under tower. But like that's like the best case scenario. Otherwise, you are just dead 100% of the time. Great cross map here, though. We're making our play on the map. But remember, because it's our turn now, after we do our play, the enemy will get a turn. So here they are. They took their turn. We're going to use our turn, look for a dive, and then take dragon while they're on reset. But while we're doing this, the enemy's going to get another turn on the map. Right? That's just how it works. We're going to reset because we're resetting. Cool. The enemy gets a look mid. We're in base. Enemy gets a look mid. Totally fine, though. Part of the game. How it happens. I love this open from us because we're going topside here. Alistar's unleashed, unlocked. He's even more full build than before because he's got Swifty boots. Just a beautiful play. Control ward. You can tell this guy mains Alistar, dude. He's a beast. Boom. Quay gets a turn. Syndra, no HP, no TP. When you shift over like this way, we have to be mindful here. When we see 2 people here and Darius literally 1 trillion gajillion % dead, don't overcommit to a rotate where you're not needed, because this could be a chance for you to get a good reset in, for you to look for a chunk, or you to just hold space in Fog of War and just threaten the enemy team to not move. It's fine. Like, you sweep on your way back. Not the end of the world. Right. But now, here's the problem. We need to end the round. And you might say, wait, why? We killed Darius. Well, we have to remember what we've done in this round so far. So, if we check it off, we counter jungled Skarner's bot side. Remember, we came out of the base, we took his bot side. Okay? And then we took dragon. Okay? And then we looked... Oh, sorry, I guess before the dragon. Then we looked for a dive bot lane. And then we looked for our own jungle camps. And then we took our topside jungle camps. And then we killed Darius. And now we're taking his jungle camps again topside. So you literally did the world tour play on the map. You have 1,700 gold, 1,300 gold. And the biggest problem here is we're not going to be able to... We're going to be in the same situation that we were before. And we're not going to be able to play for this objective when it spawns here. And the reason is because we kill them, we get tempo, right? Darius is dead. He's not on the map. Because he is not on the map, we always will have numbers advantage as long as he is dead. We are using the time he is dead to get more gold. And the answer is, will this gold give us something that we care about? And I think the answer here is absolutely not. If we channel reset right here, you have pickaxe and vamp scepter. That's enough for Bork if you channel reset right now. You staying on the map right here to get raptors literally gets you... What does it get you? You have Bork, you get a ruby crystal and a control ward. And what you trade for it is fucking your team's tempo. And what does Renekton get? Renekton clears the wave, cool. Walks up, hits the plate twice. Doesn't even get the plate gold, just hits it an extra couple of times to delay his reset a couple of seconds. Okay. You have to think of opportunity cost. What does it give us to stay on the map longer? And sometimes the answer is good. Like, if Viego potentially needed this for an item that's going to win him the game, if Renekton got this tower plating that gives him, I don't know, Stride Breaker or Shojin or Cleaver or something important, then I could say maybe there's an argument to be made that this staying here is worth it. Here, it's just greedy. It's thoughtless behavior. We are not understanding how tempo works or what the plan is for our round. We are just making plays on the map. We see them doing something, and instead of playing the game on our terms, we're playing the game on their terms. We're responding to them. Oh shit, they're making a play. I guess I'll take his camps. Okay, I'll run around here. And what this ends up doing is we're always scrambling and scrambling and scrambling to try and do something that we're ending up on the map when we're down HP, when we have thousands of gold in our inventory, when we have no flashes, when we have no ultimates, when waves are in a bad spot, when our jungler's on the other side of the map. and then we're just dying and giving them kills and objectives for free. This is the toughest part of League of Legends, is understanding that you cannot contest everything, and if you try and contest everything, you are going to fail. What you need to do is stick to the plan that you have for the round as best as possible. In situations where mistakes happen, I think you guys did a great job of adjusting. The original plan was to play for Grubs here. It didn't work out. Like, Hui got picked, we walked in and died. Shit happens, right? But then we adjusted and we made the new plan to play for Dragon, and we successfully pulled that off. Great. But every good thing has to end, and to end the play is a good thing because it means we can make the next play with as good of conditions as we possibly can. I don't like walking around with thousands of gold in our inventory and unspent items, because a gold lead or kills don't mean anything unless you've spent that gold on an item that gives you an advantage, or unless it gives you levels that give you an advantage. Okay. Now, because of that, we have a problem. Grubs are up here in a couple of seconds, and I want to be playing Grubs, but I want to be playing Grubs on this wave. But because we are late on our reset, Syndra gets push here, and they get a pick on Alistar. Now we can look on why this Alistar roam was on a good time, but not in a good area, or not good pathing here in a second. But why did we kill Darius, and now we are down tempo, having to face check here to the enemy team? Like, luckily they show here, so maybe it's not face checking anymore, but like, it always boggles my mind when we make a great play on the map, like killing somebody or getting like an aggressive play done, and then instead of just taking that and snowballing it into the next play, we just try and stretch it out, like scraping like a tiny ounce of jam on 15 miles of biscuit, dude. Maybe that's one for you EU blokes, so you can get that reference, you know what I'm saying? Oh, beautiful. Here we go. We push. We make the play top lane, and now we're able to do this. This is beautiful. Varus makes an excellent decision here to reset because we saw them all fog bot side. You deny them the play, deny them the dive. This is beautiful. But we're still making plays on the top side of the map. Renekton is resetting. Viego just took Grubs. Mid lane's catching mid. I think we saw Syndra fog bot too. Yep, we see Syndra fog bot side. We saw their whole team walk bot side. Alistar, good intuition, checking the brush. Varus, a little... okay, nice. Good hugging the bottom side of the lane. They engage here. When they engage here, why is my Hui not TPing? Why is Hui clearing a ward instead of TPing to protect the dive? If we lose the game because you are greeting over 25 gold, 35 gold, I might say some things I would regret. So, once again, just like more solo queue stuff, maybe we weren't communicating the dive, but it looked like Varus knew we were getting dove bot lane, Alistar knew we were getting dove bot lane, maybe even Hui knew they were setting up a dive bot lane, but instead of TPing instantly to potentially save the game, we're late on the TP for 35 gold. Luckily, they misplay super hard. Kai'Sa walks in, takes tower aggro, just dies for free. Skarner doesn't use flash or ult on the play. Like, it's just crazy here. So play keeps going. We salvage that somehow. I don't know how this happens. I think they just misplay Omega, but... Push, push, push. And here we are again. While they're making this dive bot lane, we killed Darius for the 18th time this game. I love killing Darius, dude. This guy's 1 in 5. Beautiful. But here we are again. Grubs are up in a second. Sorry, not Grubs. Rift Herald is up in a second. Dragon is up in literally 5 seconds. If we want to stay on the map, we have a decision to make. We get this wave in. We have a decision to make. The decision is, are we going to play for this dragon, or are we going to play for something else? And this is where I think League of Legends gets really tough, because in my mind, there's a right answer, but this might change based on your team comp or your potential win condition. So we have to think in terms of opportunity cost. If we remember at the beginning of the game, we said if we want to contest objectives, we need to take good resets so we were up numbers and tempo and at objectives first to be able to like play the fights well, because we lack good engage. By staying top for this tower here, by staying bot for this tower here, we are getting gold now, which is a good thing. We like gold. We're getting first towers, we're getting plates on Renekton, but we are doing that at the expense of giving the enemy tempo and turns to set up first on the objective. And this is the problem. If we want to stay on the map right here, I'm all for it. You guys look like an aggressive team. You love doing this shit. Fine by me. The problem is then it changes how we need to respond next time we open the map. So for example, we stayed here. We stayed on the map. We tried to stay for top lane tower. Syndra TP to cut us off. We stayed bot lane. We got first tower. Beautiful. Wonderful. Now we're resetting. The problem here is we're desynced. Varus and Viego did not get the memo. They're here, ready to push and play for this dragon. Alistar and Hui are in base. Uh-oh, we should be playing on this wave. We're up-tempo. Darius is walking, he's either walking here or walking here right now to catch this wave. We are able to move first, but, like, look, we pushed the wave, we're able to move. Our team is not here. This is time Viego could be using to either, one, reset, because once again, 1,300 gold, a little bit of a tempo terrorist, not a problem, or farm his wolf camp. Do something else, because the actual wave we're playing on is going to be this wave, the 14-minute wave. And this can be calmed as early as, all right, Viego has a chance to reset now. Or I guess technically, Viego has a chance to reset right now. Or right now. Or potentially even right now. And he's going to be a little late with this wave, but at least he'll be here at the same time or a similar time. Alistar also cancels recall. That's cool. Oh, I guess he gets tagged by Kai'Sa W. Cool. And if that happens, then Viego's up on the map with better conditions. Not like super a lot. Like you're not going to get anything crazy with 1,300 gold and a ruby crystal right now. It's going to win you the game, but it does kind of suck to be playing objectives on a game that's not super snowballed. Because remember, all the gold's on Renekton here. This is like 1,400 gold out of your like 3,000 gold lead on one person. And their champions, they have a lot more utility champions. Like Skarner, bro, like he's chilling with this item. You know, Rel, she's chilling with Ruby Crystal, or Null Magic Mantle, Kindle Gem, Cloth Armor. She loves that shit, dude. She doesn't need a massive gold lead to be useful. You guys, Viego needs gold. You know, Hui needs gold. Varus needs, like, not that much gold. But, okay. So now it changes how we open the map. So, here we are. We're ready to play here. But now, we're going to have to make a decision. What objective are we playing for? And this is going to be determined by where we use our turn. Because if you remember back at the beginning, I say that every round has an outcome or a goal that we're playing towards. And that goal should be some sort of objective that we can get with a high level of certainty. And what I mean by that is, if we're playing for a tower, we can usually manipulate waves or get vision or rotate people around the map to play for a tower with some sort of guarantee of success, right? What you cannot do with a high level of success is play for something like kills. Like if you want to say, all right, this play on the map, this time, this round up on the map, we're going to play to kill their Skarner. Okay, like what happens then if Skarner just doesn't show on the map? Do we just walk around like headless chickens? Like, also, what does killing Skarner realistically do for the outcome of the game? So we want to do things that move forward our team to a win condition. Great. So we have a turn here, but it looks like we don't have a solidified plan for the round yet because we're desynced. You guys are in base. You guys are here. All right, so we use our turn and we fog bot side and we get vision. Okay, and now here we are playing on the wave. Great. By the fact that we fogged bot side here and Viego is like hovering bot side, this is determined that we are going to be playing Dragon. That's not the only thing, by the way. Like we have Syndra who has push here. Renekton doesn't have ult. Waves coming in. Meanwhile, bot lane is already pushed out, which means it's easier and safer. Like we have more. It acts like a ward here, right? We have like a ward here with the minion wave, a ward here, a ward here, a ward here. All of our vision is concentrated bot side. Viego's hovering bot side. Syndra is top side without TP because we saw our TP top. So we've already made the decision that we're playing for Dragon. So the only thing we need to do is catch this wave. And I'm not saying we kill ourselves for the wave because once again, our team comp does not do very well when we have to engage into them. What we want to do is have numbers here, and we need to hold our ground. If we are 4v4 here, it is very hard for the enemy to force a fight with this minion wave. We clear the minion wave, we trade this top tower for Dragon and potentially bot lane wave into a tier 2 bot lane. And I think that is a very good trade for us. We take that trade every time. If the enemy wants to stop us, they now have to take space into us where we have vision, where we have minion waves pushed already, and where we have numbers, because Syndra does not have TP. Instead, we do the solo queue classic, where Alistar decides that pushing up top lane for Scuttlecrab vision is what's going to win us the game here, and we are flanking while down numbers. So, this is also game losing. If we aren't just, I think, better players, like Syndra misses a stun, they re-engage after missing, it only ends up going like 1 for 0. But what I wanted to illustrate here is not the outcome, but the decision making and the cohesion you need when you're playing as greedy as you guys like to play. I'm all for people playing like the League of Legends that they think is the correct way to play. But even if you want to play super aggressive, League has rules. And if you want to cheat the rules by, you know, staying on the map longer than you need to, walking around with thousands of gold, not being super aware of, you know, like gank timers for the enemy, then you need to at least understand the repercussions and how the enemy team can use that to come back into the game. So I would still want to say that we play this fight well, and the end result is we're up 2.5k gold at 14 minutes. We've got 3 grubs, 2 dragons. Like, we're chilling. We're in an advantageous position for us. But like I said, these sort of misplays are what's going to kill you guys if you're up against a team who has better hands than you, which could happen, or even less skilled players that have cleaner macro. We're going to end the review here. I don't even know how long it is, but I think this is also a good illustration that we are 14 minutes into a game, up 2 dragons, up 3 grubs, okay, and up gold, but somehow this game still goes to 43 minutes. This is indicative of a problem that we have with cohesion, taking good resets, taking clean tempo, or an idea of how our comp wants to play fights. You guys have a lot of potential and promise. I hope you have good luck in your tournaments and you're able to take away at least something from this video to help you improve.